Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a muscular bag which acts as a reservoir of urine. First we will see the position. It is different in children and in adult. Even in adult it varies when it is empty and when it is full. In adult, when it is empty, it is inside the pelvic cavity. So it is a pelvic organ then. But when it is full, it extends up to the abdomen and it becomes the abdominopelvic organ. In children, due to smaller pelvic cavity, it is always abdominopelvic organ. Now the location. Urinary bladder is located inside the pelvic cavity, just behind the pubic symphysis. So this is how it is located in the side view. Now shape. Urinary bladder is tetrahedral in shape when it is empty. Tetrahedral, that means a structure having 4 sides. But when it is full, it becomes ovoid in shape. This structure looks like somewhat ovoid in shape, whereas this having defined borders and margins. So this we can call tetrahedral and this we can call ovoid in shape. Now let's see the external features. Urinary bladder, when it is empty, it is having apex facing forwards, base or fundus facing backwards. The neck, which is the most fixed part. Apart from that, it has 3 surfaces, superior surface and 2 infralateral surface and 4 borders. Here will be anterior border, here will be posterior border and here 2 lateral borders. Let us quick review it. This is the posterior view, this is apex, this is base, here will be neck. There are 3 surfaces, superior surface and 2 infralateral surface and 4 borders, anterior border, posterior border and 2 lateral borders. When the bladder is full, it becomes ovoid in shape, somewhat like this. So apex facing upwards, neck downwards, and it has 2 surfaces. This will become the anterior surface and this will become the posterior surface. Now we will discuss the external features of empty bladder one by one. This is the anterior view. First we will see the apex, which is connected to umbilicus by median umbilical ligament. This is median umbilical ligament. Opposite to apex, there is a base or fundus, which is somewhat triangular in shape. In upper part, it is related to peritoneum. But in the lower part, in male urinary bladder, we can see seminal vesicles. These are the seminal vesicles. And terminal part, dilated part, or ampulla of ductus deferens. These are the ampulla of ductus deferens and these are the seminal vesicles. These are all in the male urinary bladder. Here we see the female urinary bladder along with uterus, cervix and some part of vagina. These are the ureters. So this will be the apex and here will be the base. In female urinary bladder, base portion is related with cervix and vaginal part. So this is how base is related with cervix. Now we discuss the surfaces. As we know, there are 3 surfaces, superior surface and 2 infralateral surface. The superior surface is almost completely covered by peritoneum and in close contact with the sigmoid colon and terminal part of ileum. But in female, near the posterior border, it is related to supravaginal part of uterine cervix. Here we can see the superior surface, posterior border near related with the supravaginal part of cervix. Now 2 infralateral surfaces. They are separated from each other by anterior border and they are related with the pubis bone situated anteriorly. So these infralateral surface are related with retropubic fat two muscles, levator ani and obturator internus. With that, in male, there is a puboprostatic ligament. In female, it is replaced by pubovesical ligament. Now borders, we know there are four borders: anterior border, posterior border and two lateral border. Anterior border separates the two infrolateral surfaces, whereas the posterior border separates the superior surface from the base or fundus. Two lateral borders, right and left lateral border, separates the superior surface from respective right infrolateral and left infrolateral surface from the superior surface. When we trace the lateral border posteriorly, we find the terminal part of ureter. These are two tubular structures, they are ureter. And if the male urinary bladder is there, these ureter are crossed anteriorly by ductus deferens. These are the ductus deferens. Now neck. Neck of the bladder is lowest and most fixed part of the bladder. It is situated 3 to 4 cm behind the lower part of pubic symphysis. This is pubic symphysis, so neck is situated somewhat like this. In male, neck is related to base of the prostate, but in female, it is related to pelvic fascia. This is a prostate, which is a tough fibrous structure, and neck is embedded within it. Now let's see the interior of the urinary bladder. For that, we have to cut the superior surface from the lateral border and reflect it backwards. Here we have already cut in one specimen, so let us see in that specimen. This is how we have cut it open. Let us see the interior. Here we have zoomed it. In empty bladder, the greater part of mucosa shows irregular folds. These irregular folds are because of loose attachment of mucosa to the underlying muscular coat. In a small triangular area situated here, there is a smooth mucosa. It is because of firm attachment to underlying muscular coat, and this triangular area is known as trigone of bladder or trigone vesica. The apex of the trigone here facing downwards and forwards, and there is an opening of urethra there. It's called internal urethral orifice. Whereas on the posterolateral angle, we can see small openings of ureter. Here are the small openings of ureter. When we stretch it, we can see. This is the small opening of right side ureter, and here will be the small opening of left side ureter. The base of the trigone here is formed by one ridge called as interureteric ridge or bar of Mercier. It is because of the continuation of the inner longitudinal muscle coat of both the ureters. Here in the lower part, behind and above the internal urethral orifice, here, there is a small elevation known as uvula vesica. It is produced by median lobe of prostate gland situated here, and if it gets enlarged, it may obstruct the urethral opening and give rise to condition known as benign prostatic hypertrophy. So this is all about the external features and interior of urinary bladder. Hope you understand well. Thank you for watching.